in this video. If you would like to see me make roast breadfruit, yellow heart breadfruit with the canned callaloo, quick and easy way to prepare callaloo and breadfruit. Please watch the video till the end, and thanks once more for clicking on my video, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into the video. So guys, I'm gonna roast this big breadfruit I have here in the oven, along with I'm gonna cook the canned callaloo. And that brand callaloo, I'm making it for the first time. This brand called Island Tingle. Okay, I'm gonna be working with this big breadfruit here. As you can see, it's a pretty sizable breadfruit. So breadfruit, you know, from anywhere from like half an hour to over an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on the size of the breadfruit. You know, it takes that amount of time to bake. But let's see how long this is gonna take. I would say 1 hour or maybe an hour and a half, but let's hope within an hour it's done. And yeah, I'm gonna prepare, when the breadfruit is in the oven, I'm gonna prepare the saltfish and you know, my okra, and I'm gonna show you how I prepare the callaloo. And as I said, I like my callaloo or ackee in salted water, and some of them come in brine. I don't like the one in brine, B-R-I-N-E. I like the one in salted water. And over there I have the assorted color pepper that I'm gonna prepare, and that's thyme and oil. These are main ingredients. I have, like, you know, salt and black pepper and stuff like that I'm gonna add, but those are the main ingredients. So let's work on this breadfruit. And guys, you can store your breadfruit in water. You know, if you pick the breadfruit from the tree, you can store it in water for a couple of days if you're not ready to use it. And then this breadfruit, when I bought it, I told the guy when I went, the breadfruit I saw, they looked like white heart. They weren't yellow. Some of them were cut, so I asked him if he doesn't have any yellow heart, so he gave me this one. So let's hope it's a good eating breadfruit. And it was wet, so you could tell he had it in water. And this is an apple core, so let me see how it works with this thing, the apple core. I hope it doesn't break my apple core. I think it's the core apple, guys. Anyway, let me use the knife, because the knife is what you should be using, but because the apple core is sharp, I thought it would work. But let me get the knife here. Yeah, so you wash your breadfruit, guys, and then, you know, I'm gonna make a square here around the the breadfruit. Make a square shape, you know, you're cutting around in a square, this stem here. And I'm gonna bake it at 400 degree. On the bottom shelf. Okay, and then this thing is sliding on the bottom shelf. And I'm gonna put a piece of foil at the end because I don't want the stain to drip into the bottom of the oven and make a mess. Yeah. So that's what you do. You cut it out, and then, you know, you take the stem out. And guys, you can tell if your breadfruit is a yellow heart. It's looking yellow already, somewhat. Okay, and then make a T, whatever you want to call it, a T or a X or a cross. Okay, so that the heat will penetrate the breadfruit when cooking better. My other breadfruit video, I did oil the breadfruit, but you don't have to oil it. You don't have to oil it, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to see this in the oven, but let me get a piece of foil paper here. So guys, I think the foil balances it, allows it to, especially on this end. You know, the breadfruit needs some support to stand still. So then now this is going into the oven. And I just bought this breadfruit, guys, at the store, and I don't want it to sit down, stay, and then get discolored. So I'm cooking it right away. So the oven is at 400 degrees. And then I'm going to put the breadfruit in and time it. And let you know how long it took. In the middle, in the center, I want it to stand up here. So then, guys, I'm going to flip it in half an hour. So guys, I'm going to be preparing this much saltfish, not a lot of saltfish. Okay, I'm going to rinse it off and then put it in some water, have the water covering the saltfish, and then I'm going to cook it for about 10 minutes. And there it is, the saltfish, small piece. I don't like a lot of saltfish. Okay. And guys, I like to put some allspice when cooking my saltfish. There it is. Okay, it cuts down the scent of the saltfish. So I like to put that in the pot. So guys, I'm going to prepare the onion, the tomato. This is a tomato that I picked off from outdoor. Okay. And the one that I grew, I'm going to use like a quarter of it. Just a little bit more than a quarter. And guys, when you grow your own ground provisions, it's better. I ate the first one that I picked. The first tomato I ate, and I'm gonna pick this one to cook. It's good. Okra. This tip, you cut it up. Assorted colored pepper. I'm just gonna use a small piece of each. You see the way it's grown, like the lines there. Yeah, I'm gonna cut between the lines that divide it. So just that much I'm gonna use. So that's what I'm gonna do for all the colors. Cut between the line, the way it's grown, because all I need is just a little piece. I'm gonna use this much and julienne it. This much from each color. Okay guys, yeah, that's all. So let me prepare these while the saltfish is cooking. I started timing it from before it started boiling. Okay, so then it is boiling now, and then there's like 3 minutes left, I think. Look at this, it's about to boil over in the stove. So then 3 minutes left. It will be 10 minutes since it's cooking. So I'm gonna give it like I'm gonna cook it for a total of 15 minutes instead of 10 minutes. 15 minutes because it just started boiling up. So guys, I'm gonna wash these, and I'm gonna prepare the entire whole small onion. Wash these, julienne them, and prepare the scallion. And the time I'm using is the time in the packet. That's the time I'm using. And I washed the okra, but I don't like the way they look black, like with that dark color. So now it's time to turn off the stove for the saltfish. So I'm just gonna drop this in a pot and shut the burner off. At this point, I'm not really cooking the okra. I'm just, you know, immersing it in the hot water. And I'm gonna remove the saltfish. So let me turn the burner off, guys, and then remove the saltfish. So the saltfish, I allow it to cook for 15 minutes. And guys, this is nothing new to you preparing saltfish. You see in other videos where I prepare saltfish. So I'm just gonna clean the get the skin off here, the skin, and so if you don't cook it, the skin is tough, right? And it's hard to peel. So yeah, you have to cook it for like 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna remove the bones, the fine bones, and yeah, get rid of the bones. Strew your saltfish, because sometimes there's like worms in your saltfish, so you flake it. I have other videos where I did demonstrate that, guys. And search for the worm in your saltfish. If you see the saltfish has like a brownish color somewhere on it, then you know it might be a worm. So guys, I got the skin away from the saltfish, and as I said, I like to, let me do it closer here, flake it like you check. You see this little brown spot here, you check it to make sure it's not worm if you want to cut it off, right? But then that's not worm, so I like to flake it like this, you know, just pick it up a bit and check it to make sure there's no worm in the saltfish. So that's what I'm doing with all of it, and I'm gonna taste it and then rinse it off because I don't know if it's too salty, right? Might be too salty, so you taste it and then you wash it like 3 or 4 times. So this should be good. Taste a little piece. And I won't make it too fresh, guys. I think this is fine. I'm gonna wash it one time because I'm making the callaloo, and if this is a bit salty, as long as it's not too salty, then I don't need to add salt to the callaloo. All I need is to put some just some spice. So that's good. I'm just gonna rinse it maybe once or twice. I think once is okay. So there's the saltfish, guys. I have it in some water, and then I'm gonna pour that water off, and that's good because you know, I'm cooking the callaloo and I don't want to have to add salt, just spice in my callaloo. And now it's time to check the breadfruit. It's half an hour since the breadfruit has been in. I'm gonna check it. I'm just gonna take it out and then look at it. You can tell it's yellow, or breadfruit, you see it's yellow. So I'm gonna turn it, guys. I'm just gonna flip it here, put the foil paper at this end because this end has been cooking. Okay, so now I'll put the foil paper at the other end, and you have to be careful, guys, because this thing is hot. Yeah, but the foil is not hot. So now I'm gonna stick it back in the oven. So guys, while I'm here prepping the veg, this is the tomato that I had in the yard outside in the pot. Look at it. It's good. So sweet. The first one was really good. So guys, in 5 minutes time, I'm gonna check on the breadfruit. So let me turn up the flame on this thing here, and I'm gonna put some oil. For the callaloo, I'm going to open this can here. I rinse the can because it's, you know, people touch, so you rinse your can. And I'm going to open it, drain the water, pour the water off. And then here I have the saltfish, tomato, garlic, assorted color bell peppers, the scallion, and yeah, I did say the saltfish and onion. Okay, so whatever you would like to have in your callaloo, but if you're making callaloo, the tomato you may not have to, but onion is a must. And if you don't have garlic, you can put garlic powder. Saltfish, I don't put a lot of saltfish, so you put, you know, whatever amount of saltfish. And because I know the saltfish is a bit salty, it's not, I didn't rinse out all the salt out of it. I'm not going to put any salt. So if I even put, that amount of oil is, I'd say 1/3 cup oil to 1/4 cup oil is good. Yeah, if I'm even putting the all-purpose seasoning, I have to taste it before I go ahead and put all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to put cayenne pepper and black pepper. So the choice is yours if you want to put just black pepper. Whatever spice you want to put in your. And the Scotch bonnet pepper, you could put the powder. Or the powder one if that's what you have. Uh-oh. See what happens, guys, when there's water on the lid of the pot. Have to be careful. And it's good to wear long sleeve when frying. So I'm gonna try and get this popping to stop by putting in the garlic, some onion. It's just water that was on the lid. Actually, I'm just gonna pour everything, guys, except the saltfish. And half of the tomato, and then the next half when I'm putting in the saltfish. Yeah, so all I have remaining is saltfish, you know, 2 pieces of scallion. Turn the burner down. It's a bit time. And guys, if you find your pot is too dry, you add oil. And I like my onions chunky. So now I'm going to add the saltfish, guys. A bit more oil. I'm going to add everything. And then I put my spice now. I'm going to put some black pepper. And then my thyme. Because I'm using the powder thyme. If you're using the other thyme, you put it in with the scallion. Some cayenne pepper. So I'm not going to put any all-purpose seasoning, guys, until the callaloo goes in. Because when the callaloo goes in, let me turn up the flame. When the callaloo goes in, you're going to find that it takes away the saltiness from the pot. So I'll wait until put the callaloo in. Yeah, so you do this for like a minute or two. You know, sear your onion, and then now I'm going to, and your pepper. And everything else that's in the pot. I'm going to open this can of callaloo and just stir flame accordingly. So guys, I think I'm going to turn off the oven now and check your date. When you're buying your callaloo, you check your date to make sure it's not expired. So that the can is empty. I poured off the water. Poured off the water, guys, and the you know, I threw it away off the callaloo, and it's just draining there. And then now I'm gonna add the callaloo to the pot. So guys, this is all prepared for you, okay? The ones in a can. You might not want to prepare callaloo because you can't be bothered to do the other one from scratch. I did make a video on callaloo from scratch for you to see. And I'll leave the link to that video into the description area of this video. Just in case you didn't see that video, the callaloo from scratch. But this is a quicker way to prepare your callaloo if, you know, you're out working and very busy, or you just, you know, you just don't want to do the extra work of preparing, picking the callaloo and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna add some more pepper. So now you just flavor your pot. Let me turn on the burner so you know it doesn't dry out. The liquid, the oil doesn't dry out too fast. And then you add your spice, whatever spice you want to add. If you want to add Scotch bonnet pepper, I didn't put any Scotch bonnet pepper in this one, but and I like to have my onions chunky, guys. And then I'm gonna just taste it because remember the saltfish has the salt, so I didn't put any salt. And yeah, taste it to see if maybe I can put up some all-purpose seasoning. It's good. It's not salty, but I'm not gonna put in more spice. So the cayenne pepper is strong. I put some all-purpose seasoning. If I need a bit more salt, I'll just put all-purpose. And some people like to add a little butter, but I think I'll just stick to the olive oil because the olive oil is healthier choice. Even though this butter I have, guys, is plant-based, so I may use the butter. This butter is plant-based, so I'll use the butter. It's healthy, the basil, plant-based. So like, you know, a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of butter. And you can add a little water, guys. If you're trying to make a little bit of a gravy, or if you want to add more oil. But you don't want to spoil it by adding water. I would say like maybe 1/3 cup water. Or you can add some more oil. And then this thing is cooked because the callaloo is pre-cooked. Right, so I'm gonna cover this for like, you know, 5-10 minutes. You can cover it for on the lowest flame because the saltfish is cooked, right, and everything else here is almost cooked. And this, you know, callaloo and breadfruit is good for vegans and vegetarian, but you know, vegan wouldn't want the saltfish. The vegans would prepare for the saltfish. So now I'm gonna check on my breadfruit, okay, because it's exactly 1 hour. So guys, look at this breadfruit. I'm going to check it now. I'm going to insert a knife on the inside, and you're going to be checking it the same way you would check your cake. If the knife comes out clean, then the breadfruit is done. So guys, let me test the breadfruit here. I'm going to insert this knife on the inside. Very hot. In the middle there, guys, I feel a bit of a hardness, so I'm going to put it back in the oven for 15 more minutes just to be safe, because I don't want to cut it open and then it, you know, looks like it needs more cooking more on the inside. Even though it comes out clean, I'm gonna stick it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. So guys, the callaloo is done. So guys, I placed it back in the oven for 15 more minutes. So, you know, the breadfruit took an hour and 15 minutes. And then it's pretty hot now, so, and let's see if I can cut it without burning my hand because it's hot. I like to cut it in half the way you would make the tea. Feels good, guys. Feels better than before because when I felt on the inside with the knife, felt a bit hard. You know, it felt a bit hard, so I did the right thing by putting it back for another 15 minutes and look at it. Let me turn the camera around so you can get a better view. So guys, to handle my hands so that you can see what's going on, it's kind of hard when I turn the camera this way, but I'll do my best, okay? So I cut it in half so that it's easier for me to peel. And let me get a closer look of the yellow heart breadfruit. It's hot. Ooh, it's burning. Yeah, so then I cut it in half and then I cut it in half again. And then I peel. See, when I cut, it goes down, it cuts easily. Before, when I took it out, like it felt hard. So maybe on the inside here, you know, needed cooking some more, and I wouldn't want to like take it out at that point and then it's raw there, right here. Yeah, so I did the right thing by putting it for another 15 minutes because I inserted the knife all the way in and it felt a bit like not the way it should. It wasn't going in it wasn't going through, the knife wasn't going through comfortably then, I should say. Felt a bit hard. So then you cut here, cut down away from this part here. See all those holes? Away from there. And you cut the heart out. It's very hot, guys. It's hot. Really, I should wait for this to cool, okay? But I'm anxious to taste it. And it better not be bitter. Because the guy chose it for me. Because the yellow heart, I think he had them at the back. When I went there was no yellow heart in the front, only the white heart. And I think the ones he had at the front were cooking breadfruit. Yeah, so you peel your breadfruit. Ooh, it's so hot, it's burning me. You peel it. Yeah, the peel away from the fruit itself so you don't waste it. Okay guys, and that's what I'm doing here. But because I wanted to see better from the back end of the camera, I'm holding it this way. Ah, so hot on my fingers. Really, I should wait for it to cool. There it is. And then I serve this with some callaloo. Yep. And if this breadfruit is not bitter, I won't complain. So let me just finish peeling it, guys. I'm just trying to get you to see how you peel it. You peel, you know, you cut out the heart. This breadfruit I'm not going to fry it. Just gonna eat it this way, and then tomorrow I'll fry. You know, when it's in the fridge and it's cool, then I'll fry it just to reheat it then. Some people fry it crispy. I don't like it too crispy, just to make it warm. So guys, when I inserted the knife on the inside, I think The knife was going here. It's hot. I'll put it down. The knife was going here, so it felt hard. So it here needs to be cooked. If here is tough, when you push the knife in and you feel something tough, it must be here. It needs to be cooked, okay? Or else when you peel it, around here it's gonna be hard and then it's not cooked properly. So I did the right thing by putting it in for 15 more minutes. Yeah, there is the yellow heart breadfruit looking good, and it tastes good. I tasted already and it's not bitter, so the guy did give me a good breadfruit. I'm gonna, dish some of the callaloo out. And let me make some slices here on the breadfruit. So this is how we serve it. You slice it up and then everybody takes a piece, but I'm not going to slice up all of it because I'm not going to have all of it at once, okay? So, and these are things, guys, when we go to Jamaica, people look forward to bringing up roast breadfruit and fry fish. Okay, so then you make your slices, and then I'm gonna dish. So guys, the first breadfruit video that I made, I'll leave the link down below. That breadfruit was sweet, that yellow heart breadfruit. This is yellow heart, but it's not sweet, but as long as it's not bitter, okay? Doesn't matter if it's sweet. And yellow heart breadfruit is roasting breadfruit, and I love the yellow heart one. White heart is white, and they say that's the one you cook. But I think you can still roast the white heart, but I enjoy the yellow heart. It tastes more fruity, more of a sweetish taste. And this is the callaloo. Vegetarians would love this dish. Vegans wouldn't, because vegans and the Rastafarians would they don't use salt, or at least maybe some of them are the real ones, don't use salt, and they don't certain spices they don't use, and they wouldn't have the saltfish, and then without the saltfish they would call it vital food. Okay, the Rastafarians. Vital food, meaning vital. This looks delicious, guys. It looks so good. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell if you don't want to miss any upload. There it is, guys. That half of it I'm gonna leave for the next day. Okay, and I do have parrotfish in the freezer, guys, but I would have to defrost it. Parrotfish that is cooked, you could have with your breadfruit also. I enjoy my breadfruit with that, but for now the callaloo is good. And leave a comment down below, guys, please, and give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell if you have not, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Faithlin Foods Variety. So guys, I'm gonna taste this now for you to see. So guys, what would you say? It's time to grub. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, callaloo is good for you. It has iron. I did not add any salt. The only thing salty I added was the all-purpose seasoning. and taste is good. Mm, 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 mm. That onion was full of flavor. So that parafish, guys, I have in the fridge, I have to warm it up and serve it with this breadfruit another day. Well, this breadfruit cost me $13, and I had $13 and some change. I have no regrets. I have no regret because I asked the guy if he doesn't have any yellow heart breadfruit. So if you're going to the store and you're not sure, because when I went to the store there was no, and then there was other breadfruit, I couldn't tell if they were yellow heart. So if you're not sure, ask at the West Indian store if they have any yellow heart breadfruit, and they'll pick you out a good one. I went some time before and they didn't have any. Next time I see the guy, I'm gonna thank him because this breadfruit is lit. The breadfruit that I made before was sweet and it was yellow heart. This one isn't sweet, but it's not bitter. But it tastes really good. It tastes delicious. If you're looking for a breadfruit that is not sweet, this is perfect. So whether it is sweet or not, for me, as long as it's not bitter, then I'm happy. I love breadfruit, guys. Thank you for being thank you for watching my video till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you all. Guess what, guys? I'm back. Look what I forgot. After I scalded it and rinse it off, look what I forgot. My okra. But you know what? A lot of people don't like okra, so maybe I did the right thing by not serving it with the callaloo. The okra was just extra. It wasn't necessary. Bye.